G. He meets a girl in a bookstore and thinks he might have found someone different from the rest. Was it disillusionment, or was he just tired? It wasn't uncommon that most women wanted him to fit the mold of the superficial playboy. The perceived danger was alluring to them. But he was not so dangerous. He was just a fair actor and a writer who could write his life just as great. He would play the part time and time again. But that character was beginning to bore him. He needed to be awoken from the sleepwalking he was accustomed to. He needed to break from the shackles others had impressed upon him. I write about philosophy. Not that I've ever discussed this much with anyone, but I read anything from Dostoevsky to Henry Miller. It has always been a dream of mine to live the lives the greats have lived. And I am so tired, horribly tired, of the way I have been living. Meaningless conquests, everything so empty. I want to get to know someone whose inner worlds might make sense of my own. He confessed. In that moment, the mask of a Casanova fell from the air, and all that was left was his soul shown bare.
She partially questioned why he had found it so easy to confide in her, but she knew instinctively that it was because to contemplate as many worlds as she had in books, she had to contain the empathy for many lives. She was indeed a writer, a born poet. And so she understood the need to romanticize life. Every person became a muse, every experience a story. She knew that to reach him in that moment, she had to lay bare a piece of her soul herself. I'm a writer as well, I admit. She paused. I primarily write of womanhood, as my experience tells me. My diaries are my antidotes, but I seldom live. Life is for those who have not yet made peace with their inner sanctity. While I have always sought the inspiration of fiction, I am quite content in my literary worlds. She drew in a sigh. I admit, and I admit this foolishly, I have never loved. I am as much of a farce as an author that doesn't know anything about what they are writing. I, in fact, have always questioned if it's possible to love and receive love as they do in the movies. It seems a rather pointless effort. It is a dissolution.